Okay, right, Year 5, it is time to begin painting like the impressionistic artist Vincent van Gogh. So, I would recommend that you use a thick paint, okay, because to be able to get that impressionistic style, and you can see the type of brush strokes I'm using are short and layered brush strokes, okay. To try and get that same effect, you would need to use a thick paint that's going to set quickly, so like acrylic or poster paint. I would not recommend using watercolours, okay? So a thick paint if you can. I did do it in watercolour as well to show you the different effect. You can still try it, but it just won't be as impressionistic. Now, you can see I'm going from I should be going from light to dark, okay, and then I add my dark shadows and extra light highlights at the end. But you start with your lightest tone and you build it up to your darkest tone, leaving areas that you want to stay white, you leave them white. So can you see again, I'm building up with lots of little brush strokes, short and blunt brush strokes, to give that impressionistic style. Impressionism is not to make something perfect, okay, you don't want it to look the same as a picture. Which is why we created our artwork using those really odd materials to make something that was impressionistic. So I'm not painting for my picture, I am painting from my artwork we made out of food and materials, okay? So again, you need to have a nice thick amount of paint to be able to get those short brush strokes, and by doing that it creates a lot of movement in the painting. If you look at Vincent van Gogh's work, the reason why it looks so energetic and so lively almost and looks like it's moving is because he's built it up with all these soft, short, sharp brush strokes. And you can see closely I've done it to the left hand side on the arm of the chair in red. I'm just showing you how I built up those little purple flower dots I stuck on to my onion skin as my cushion throw covers. And again, I didn't make any detail as such, I just created the impression of it, okay? And that is how you create a more impressionistic piece of work. It's not about all the tiny fine details, it's how you can create an impression of something, okay, the shape and the texture and mainly the light. So again, I went in to create that impression. Remember, I used 2 little twigs to create the thickness, so I kept that kind of broken 2-twig line. Sorry you can't see the lampshade we're painting, I didn't realise that until a little bit later on as I was painting, which is a bit annoying for you. And then again, you know, the paintings on the wall, I didn't do the painting inside the painting, that was too much detail really, and I wasn't concerned about having sharp lines. You can see there I'm building it up with lots and lots of little baby brush strokes. I was more concerned about creating that impression and getting that movement, and you get that movement by having actually less perfection. And I was noticing where the light was on my artwork, I had it in front of me. You guys, because you'll be doing it the next day, you can have the picture in front of you. I went back and tweaked my sofa a little bit, added a little bit of extra shadowing, and it's important that you remember that light and dark tone, because in Impressionism artwork, light is really important. So make sure if you've got a light area on your artwork, really make it bright and white, and if you've got a dark area, make sure you make it really dark, okay? It just adds to that overall texture and that movement. And I have got the final piece for you. Now I know that you guys are going to create a stunning piece of work because I was blown away by your artwork last week. But just remember to build it up with those short, sharp shapes. And well done! Off you go! Enjoy and have fun! Bye-bye!